Located at 500 Broad Street, Redbank Chevrolet is proud to be your new Bethlehem auto dealer, offering a wide variety of new cars and trucks, as well as certified used vehicles. We also welcome our Brookville, Pittsburgh, Kittanning, and Oil City customers, and are committed to placing the keys of the right vehicle in your hands. What are you waiting for? Stop by and see us today, or give us a call at 814-275-2410.
Alagany Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Alagany Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Alagany Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlaganyElectric.com. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Alagany River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Alagany Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, PA. With locations in Shippenville and Tanesta, Tanesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tanesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tanestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs, because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrasure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrasure.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Another edition of High School Football on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, also streaming on Bigfoot Legends, 101.3 FM, 94.1 FM, and 1300 AM. Also on BigfootLegendsRadio.com. I'm Chris Rossetti. I'm alongside Larry Weiser here at St. Mary's High School. We'll get you the view of the field here in a second. As I apologize, as we have to either make some quick adjustments here, tight press box and all tonight, but we're making it go, and we are ready for high school football tonight between the Central Clarion Wildcats at 2-4 overall and 0-2 in the District 9 Region 1, and the St. Mary's Dodge with the exact same 2-4, 0-2 records. This is Alagany Grill of Foxburg High School Football, the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and you stay for the view. Check out their indoor-outdoor event center, AlaganyGrill.com. We are inside the Tanesta Builder Supply pregame show. Tanesta Builder Supply, 2 locations to serve you in Shippenville and Tanesta. Tanesta Builder Supply, family-owned since 1953. TanestaBuilders.us. Tonight's stream brought to you by Oil Country Crates. Your products, our protection, oilcountrycrates.com. Drive to tonight's game brought to you by the Warren Tire Center. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort. So, Larry, it should be an exciting game tonight. These two teams, I think one of them, some areas kind of knew they were going to be in a little bit of a rebuild mode this year. I think Central Clarion was expecting to be a little better than where they stand right now at 2-4.
Well, Chris, I think, based on what happened last week, I thought, as you just said, St. Mary's was in rebuild mode, but they played a really pretty good ball game against a Port Alagany team. And, we were looking at the scores as we were broadcasting up in Bradford, and, I think Chris Dorick and his staff had his team ready to play Port. For Clarion, just some real missed opportunities last week against Carson City. We'll talk about them a little bit more, but, it was one of those games that, if certain things had happened, it could have been a much, much different ball game, and Clarion could have been ahead, possibly as much as, by 2 scores. But things just didn't turn out, and unfortunately, they lost one of their good players last week, in Thalen Allison, and he will not be playing tonight and probably will miss the rest of the season.
That's kind of been, and I talked to Davey Eggleton. You'll see that on the coaches interview. I talked to Davey Eggleton about the challenges because they've had this happen to them a lot this year where guys have gone down first week. They lost Benny Yang for the season. They lost Brad Beggs for the season. Not Brad, I'm sorry. That's his uncle. Brody Beggs for the season. And so, that's been a challenge for this team. And Davey Eggleton addressed that challenge. And as you would think, as any head coach would say, hey, we just got to go with the next man up type of mentality.
Right. Next man mentality. But there's no question that we're talking about some good ball players that are missing out of the lineup. And from the team standpoint, you're having to push some younger people down along maybe earlier than you really wanted to. And then each week, of course, it does change some things in special teams. And, obviously in this case, this is a pretty good defender, that Thalen Allison.
Yeah, and it's always a challenge, but it's also part of what being a football team is. You're always going to have injuries in football and all of that. So we'll get into a little bit more of that after these messages. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, listening on Bigfoot Legends Radio.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at Cozy Family Dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tanesta. Located in the Alagany Mountains with a spectacular view of the Alagany River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Alagany River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Yeah, we're back here at St. Mary's High School Dutch Country Stadium getting ready for tonight's football game between Central Clarion and St. Mary's. It's now time for our All-American Custom Apparel and Engraving Players to Watch. All-American Awards in Custom Apparel can put almost anything on almost everything. AllAmericanHQ.com.
Chris, I'm going to start with Central Clarion and their offense. Sophomore number 9, Carter Hyman. Junior number 22, Ethan Rex. Senior number 17, Mason Burford. Senior number 20, Charlie Heffel, who's been, coming in at running back, and it's just like both him and Rex, a pretty nice 1-2 combination. On defense, no question, number 20, Charlie Heffel is the real deal, along with senior number 14, Briggs Beckwith, and senior number 58, Hayden Hyman. He's their sack leader. Sophomore, number 18, Jackson Maranovich. He's got 3 interceptions, and he's almost had like 2 more that I watched him were in his hands and he dropped. But he's having a pretty good year back there at safety. On the opposite side of the field, you've got one player that's really going to stand out, and that's not to just say that the St. Mary's football team is made up of one player, but this Andrew Ford, number 4, he's a senior. He's their scoring leader. He averages 6 yards per carry, so he leads in total offense and scoring. Combined with him is senior number 28, Landon Cook. You'll also hear a lot about him tonight. He's averaging 6.8 yards per carry. The quarterback, number 7, Brody Whaler. He's thrown for about 400 yards, but, at this point, St. Mary's has emphasized more the run versus the pass. So we're kind of interesting to see what they do tonight against this Central Clarion defense. On defense, or wide receiver, number 2, Frankie Smith, again, is their leading receiver. On defense, led by number 4, Andrew Ford. He has 55 tackles, 15 tackles for loss.
Larry, just to interject, It's Andrew Field.
Andrew Keel.
Field, like as in the field that you're looking at. Yes,
okay.
There you go.
Oh, I said Ford. I'm sorry. Number 28 is Landon Cook. He's also a senior, and he's got 42 tackles and 8 tackles for losses, Chris.
So those are your All-American Awards and Engraving players to watch. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes here, and then we'll have our DE Sports Wiser's Wisdom here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media.
Are you looking for fundraising ideas? Does your team need sports apparel promotional items? Maybe it's a team store you're looking for. Call or visit DE Sports Inc. on Main Street in Clarion. If you dream it, they make it. Call them at 814-226-4871 and like them on Facebook. Dave Eastad and crew will take care of you. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service. Secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today. You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempest Appliance Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Raised Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippenville. Tempest Appliance Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies. A good garbage company is like a good long snapper. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For a great, dependable garbage service in Clarion County, nobody does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsongarbageservice.com.
Located at 500 Broad Street, Redbank Chevrolet is proud to be your new Bethlehem auto dealer, offering a wide variety of new cars and trucks, as well as certified used vehicles. We also welcome our Brookville, Pittsburgh, Catania, and Oil City customers, and are committed to placing the keys of the right vehicle in your hands. What are you waiting for? Stop by and see us today, or give us a call at 814-275-2410.
We are back here at Dutch Country Stadium in St. Mary's. It's time for Weiser's Wisdom, brought to you by DE Sports Inc. Embroidery, screen printing, vinyl sublimation. You get it all at DE Sports Inc.
If you listen to almost any TV broadcast of football games, you're going to hear one of the key elements is turnovers. And looking at Clarion's season, I know they're not happy where they're at right now, the 2-4 record. And one of the major things that has caused that has been turnovers. Not just, they're losing the turnover battle 12-7. They've thrown the interception, fumbled the ball 12 times compared to their opponent's 7. Last week they had 3 alone in that game. In the last game we did at Brockway, they played a really good ball game. They were pretty clean. So I think that's going to be one of their keys tonight is, limit, if not eliminate altogether, their turnovers. Another key area that I want to look at is what I call the money downs. And the money downs are third down conversions. And on the season, they're about 35% and 20% against Karn City. And I think they need to get that closer to 50% as much as possible. Plus, missed opportunity is another what I call the money area. Is down on the goal line. They missed an opportunity on the 1-yard line to get a score going in against Karn City. Last week, special team coverage hurt them quite a bit. Karn City had two key punt returns, and so I'm sure that they spent a great deal of time this week working on that. On the opposite side, St. Mary's, with Ethan Rex back in the lineup tonight, I'm sure that one of the things that they're going to do is move a number of people up in the box, put 8-9 people in the box to, force Central Clarion to throw the ball. And so I think that's going to be a real key component. In addition to that, I think one of the keys is also they got to provide some balance to that running game and hit some of those passes. They've had a number of receivers open, but one of the problems that they've had is pressure coming off the edge, and that's going back to Clarion. They need to do that, and obviously St. Mary's needs to stop it, Chris.
Those are your words of wisdom from Larry Weiser, the longtime head coach of the Clarion Bobcats, and one season as the head coach of the Central Clarion team too, right, Larry? 2 seasons. See, time goes by really fast, so... But one of the best in the business. It's great to be everywhere we go. Somebody wants to talk to Larry Weiser, and that's really kind of cool to see, and really neat to see how everybody wants to know what Larry has to think. And so we're going to step aside here one more time. Here, when we come back, we'll have our interviews, our coaches' interviews. You are watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network and listening on Bigfoot Legends Radio.
All American HQ custom apparel and engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ custom apparel and engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Why should you choose Nolf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront and straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full service body shop offering top quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com. Back here at Dutch Country Stadium, getting ready for Central Clarion versus St. Mary's. Alagany Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network on Bigfoot Legends 101.3 FM, 94.1 FM, 1300 AM. Folks, I apologize. I know a little bit of the broadcast crackles at times, and I do want to explain that because I don't know if people understand. It's kind of out of our control, both in terms of the TV and radio audience. We are on cell signals, and sometimes those signals get overburdened, and when they do, that's when you hear the crackling sometimes. And I do apologize for that, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it. We're not on a phone line anymore. We don't have satellite trucks. It just unfortunately is what it is, and sometimes things don't go as smoothly as you want. So I did feel like I did to just let you guys know that in advance what some of that is. In fact, right there was one of those times where that happened. Just there's no rhyme or reason for when it happens. It just sometimes happens. Let's go down. I had an opportunity to do our field report a little earlier, brought to you by Central Electric Co-op. Central Electric Co-op, serving multiple counties with reliable service. Central Electric Co-op, they've got the juice.
Sports Network here at Dutch Country Stadium in St. Mary's. Sans the glasses right now because you want to be able to see my eyes. I got the transition lenses, so took them off for you here. But we are on a grass field. It seems like a long time since we've been on a grass field, but hasn't been much weather, so the fields are in pretty good shape in terms of at least being fast tracks, and so I don't expect anything to change tonight with this. The weather is still beautiful for early October. You wouldn't even realize it was early October, but this is the field report brought to you here by Central Electric Co-op. Central Electric Co-op, we've got the juice.
Here is Mary's head coach, Chris Dwork.
We're here with St. Mary's head coach, Chris Dwork. Chris, coming off, I know you lost the game last week, but maybe one of your better performances against a really good Port Alagany team. What did you guys see when you went back and looked at film that you did really well that maybe you guys can translate into tonight?
Well, kids' attitude, their work ethic, it was solid all game. And it's been like that for weeks in practices. It just has to translate better to games. And our matchups against Port, they're really good. But I thought we matched up well with them, and our kids got confidence as the game kept going. So that definitely attributed to them having some success throughout the whole game.
You guys ran the ball really well last week, and you're coming against the Central Clarion team that didn't stop the run very well against Karn City. Do you guys feel like maybe there's an advantage there for you?
Well, Karn City's done that to a lot of people. So, but yeah, that's something we notice, and it's something we think we're good at. So it'll be a true test. I just told the guys, Clarion's always good, well coached. So it's gonna be a neat test to see what they think we're good at and what they think we're kind of weak at.
Andrew Field has had a really nice season for you guys. Talk about what he does so well.
Well, since you said Andrew Field, he is an incredible linebacker. People see the offensive stats because it's easy to look at, but he is unreal. If we played in Pittsburgh, he'd be a D1 recruit. As sure as I'm standing here, I believe that. He's just fast, he's strong, he's smart. And that just translates to offense too. He's young as a running back. This is his second year at running back, so he's just getting better every practice, every game.
Wheeler's in his first year as your starting quarterback. What have you seen in terms of his growth as the season's gone on?
I just told this story the other day. He started a few games as a freshman 2 years ago, but last year he got hurt in the first game, and that was his sophomore year. So he's getting better because even though he's a junior, he's young and inexperienced. So he's reading things a lot better. He's seeing things a lot better. He knows his mistakes right when they happen. So, and he's becoming a more vocal leader during the week too.
When you look at Central Clarion, last year it was all about their quarterback and what he could do. This year they're more about a team that's got to be a little bit more balanced. They use their running back Ethan Rex, who's back tonight, a little bit more. What do you guys have to do to slow them down?
Well, that's the thing. First D line has to play really well. O line, of course, too. So that's the thing. They're going to be balanced. They might be more run heavy, but they have such a diverse run game that everyone has to do their job really well. So that's going to be a tough tale to ask for because high school kids aren't usually used to doing their job every single play.
Here with Central Wildcat head coach Dave Eggleton as they get ready to take on St. Mary's tonight here at Dutch Country Stadium in St. Mary's. Davey, it's still kind of like 2 weeks ago. It seems like one good week, one bad week, one good week, one bad week. How do you guys get on some sort of roll here?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're playing, good football at times, and then other times we're not. So we just got to get consistent. That's all. Consistently, doing the right things every play, every snap. And once we start doing that, we still have a really good football team here. We played a really tough schedule, and hopefully as the season, keep hoping it clicks, but we're running out of time, so it's got to click soon.
Do you guys view this as possibly a must-win if you really want to make the playoffs with at least a decent record?
I mean, yeah, I think at this point, you got to start stacking wins to really make a case to go to the playoffs, and certainly this is a game that we've got to come out on top if we're going to go into the playoffs.
I know you don't like to make excuses, but you've really been hit with the injury bug, and I know that just continues to hit you guys. How hard is that to get the next guy up mentality when it's multiple guys all the time?
It is tough, but our guys are resilient. They're coming to practice every day, ready to work. You wouldn't know the difference. As crazy as it sounds, you wouldn't know the difference at practice whether we were sitting right now at 2-4 or 4-2. The guys come every day, ready to practice, ready to work, ready to get better. And that's what it's going to take to keep on moving forward. When you get into close games, they don't seem to be going your way right now. What do you guys have to do to maybe change that if the game is close tonight? Got to have someone step up and just be the guy that, when you're in a close game, somebody's got to be the guy that wants to make the play, whether it's defensively, offensively, finishing drives. Last week we were inside the 20, I think, 4 times and came away with 1 touchdown that first quarter and a half. You come up with, maybe even 2 touchdowns or 3, that could be a whole different game, could swing that game in the other way. So someone's got to step up and be the guy that's going to finish drives. That's going to be the guy that wants the ball in their hand whenever a big play needs to happen.
When you look at this St. Mary's team, they like to run the ball. You guys had trouble last week stopping the run. When you looked at the tape, what do you guys need to do better?
Just tackling, playing disciplined. Guys they know what their job is, but we've pounded it in this week. Each guy has a job, especially against the midline and the veer option. One guy gets out of place, tries to make someone else's play. That's gonna hurt us. So everybody knowing what their job is and doing their job.
Those are the coaches' interviews, and it's time for our advanced drainage disposal kickoff as we're ready to get underway here. Danny Schweitzer teeing it up for the Cats. Dak deep, Frankie Smith for St. Mary's. It's going to be a short kick, though, that's taken at about the 23-yard line by Bruce Steger. And Steger gets up the near sideline over the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
That's the one thing we talk about, Chris, is the special team getting the ball. Mary's getting the ball. Great position here, starting at their own 42-yard line. It'll be kind of interesting to see how they handle this triple option. As Coach Eggleton just stated, you got to stay disciplined with this. You got to have somebody take the quarterback. Got to have somebody take the dive back, and obviously the pitch man.
Wheeler, the quarterback, he's going to hand it here to, that is Hayden Thomas.
Hyman tackles him for a loss. Number 58, senior.
So he was tackled. We'll see where they're going to spot it at the 41, so it's a loss of a yard. That'll bring up a Carrier Insurance. Second down. Carrier Insurance wants to wish Brendan Carrier.
He did a nice job following the guard that time as he pulled.
They want to wish Brendan Carrier good luck. Back to throw here is Wheeler. He rolls to his right. Now he's going to look
wide open.
And he is tackled at about the 43-yard line. Make it the 44.
Good pressure that time by Central Clarion. This is where you want to get teams defensively. You get them in a third and long situation. Allow your defensive ends, especially to tee off.
So it's third down, and we'll call it 8 here. It's a Luton Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning third down. They're going to stay in the wing T formation. Going to put a man in motion. That's Steger. Back to throw is Wheeler. He throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Thomas.
Again, good pressure coming in. But pass just wasn't there because of that pressure.
Did you happen to catch who had the pressure there, Larry? That's okay.
Yep.
So that'll bring up, I would assume, a punting situation. Although with Chris Dwork, you never know.
You're not coming through here. Okay. Just so you know, if you're asking me questions.
So that'll be Tyler Shealy to punt. It's a Daddies and Clarion punting situation.
It's a change.
And that's a punt that goes to about the 25, and Rex is not going to get much further than that on the return.
Usually Burford's been back there at the punt return. They changed and put Ethan Rex back there this week. But Clarion gets a decent field position on the 27-yard line here, Chris.
This is the Eternally Clean first quarter. Eternally Clean Cemetery Services Custom Tributes, eternally-clean.com. Make sure your loved one gets honored as they should. So first down and 10. Out of the gun is Carter Hyman. He'll immediately hand it to Rex. Rex around the left end. Rex looking for room. He's over the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, and it'll be knocked out of bounds on the St. Mary's side of the field right at 50-yard line.
A sweep. Great job of the outside blocking. I was watching as Coach talked about how good a linebacker that Andrew Field is, and they were able to get outside him that time. He's an inside linebacker.
Bring up a first down and 10 here for the Cats. Tanesta Builder Supply first down.
Got a bunch formation.
Back to throw is Hyman. Hyman wants to go deep. He's got a man out there, and that man has, I think, the catch. He does. That is, it's a full possession catch for Brady Guth. Inside the 20-yard line, I think. We'll find the exact mark here. What a great catch by Guth.
That was just one of those situations. Either one of those players could have come down with that ball, and Guth makes the interception there.
Not the interception, the catch.
The catch, I mean.
It's at the 15-yard line, so they're inside the Redbank Chevrolet Red Zone. You, too, can drive into the Red Zone with a great new or used vehicle from Redbank Chevrolet in New Bethlehem. RedbankChevrolet.com. First down and 10 at the 15 for the Wildcats. They're going to go into a little bit of a wing formation. Look, they got to back way back Oh, wait, there was. They did give him the.
I thought
okay.
It was an interception.
Shoot, geez, Larry, thanks.
Yeah.
I thought that it was dual possession.
Well,
and doesn't dual possession go to the offense?
No, when he came down, the ball clearly went to the St. Mary's player.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank
That's
you.
what.
All right, Larry, I'm going to let you call this one. Who had that ball that time for St. Mary's?
That was a tackle, big tackle for a loss on a pass.
Jeez, I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah. Well,
that's because I said Brady Guth and you agreed with me, and that would have been. Jeez.
Got a 2x2 formation here, Chris. They're coming back with their counter this time, and wow.
Who carried what number carried the ball there? That was
number 2. That was Frankie Smith. And guess who made the tackle? It was Mr. Charlie Hepfel, Mr. Tackle.
So that was Frankie Smith on the carry, or was that Andrew Field on the carry?
That was I thought it was Frankie Smith.
Okay, that's Frankie Smith, and he stopped at the, where are they marking this at? The 10-yard line? Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 10.
That's about another 5-yard loss there, I'd say.
So I apologize, folks, on the interception. Yeah. Larry had it right and then confused me when he said it was Brady Guth, because Guth was the receiver there for
2x2. Watch the out pattern here.
And now looking to throw his Wheeler. He throws it, and it's over the head of his intended receiver, Andrew Field.
And it's exactly where they were going with the ball to Andrew Field. That's a person I would like to get the ball to if I was on St. Mary's side.
So a heck of a start for me here, Larry.
Right.
Well,
the one thing I was going to say, the thing that's been hurting Central Clarion is these interceptions. They get 2 first downs and on a deep pass, which it was a jump ball basically.
So Tyler Shealy, it looks like, is the punter. There'll be another Daddy's in Clarion punt. He punts it away. This time it'll be taken by Rex at the 40-yard line at St. Mary's. He's at the 30. He's inside the 30, still on his feet. Cuts at the 25. Inside the 25, he'll be down to about the 22 or 23-yard line.
Chris, he only broke 3 tackles on that play. And that was, a net gain of 7 yards for the St. Mary's team.
Yeah, let's see where they put it down. Still waiting for them to put the football down here. Looks like it's going to be at the 22-yard line, maybe the 22-yard line. So great field possession for the Wildcats at the 22 of St. Mary's after the short punt. 8:15 to go here in the first quarter. No score between St. Mary's and Central Clarion. So Central Clarion, after that interception, they end up basically getting the ball where they would have had it if that ball had been caught, just 7 yards difference. Here's a handoff to Rex. Rex cuts inside. Rex is over the 20, inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line or so.
They got 5 or 6. They lined up in a bunch formation. They were trying to do the sweep outside again, but Ethan saw an opportunity to cut it back up in and get some good yardage. And I'll take 5 yards any day of the week on first down.
So at the 17, this time they're really into the Redbank Chevrolet red zone. You too can drive into the red zone with a great newer used vehicle from Redbank Chevrolet.
Same formation, Chris. Rex is a sidecar to Carter Hyman.
So Hyman's left. One receiver to the left, bunch to the right. They're going to hand it to...
There he is.
And there's Andrew Field just blowing up Ethan Rex back at about the 20-yard line.
Read very well. Saw both the guard tackle pulling to the left. Rex kind of in a misdirection, step to right, came back, and Fields fielded right behind the two linemen that were pulling.
So they're going to actually mark that at the 19-yard line.
So here's the money down, 3rd down. And actually, you could say they got 2 downs.
Back to throw. Throws it to the near side or far side, and it's incomplete. Is that intended for Bish, I think Logan Bish. So that'll bring up a 4th down.
I like the idea. Just the throw just wasn't there.
So it's 4th down and 7 from the 19. And, this is a year ago where they had gone to Thomas Euchard. They talked about having confidence in their kickers, but they just must not, Larry, because they haven't tried very many field goals this year. So they're going to go out of the gun here with 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Throws it to the left, and he's got a completion, I think. And it was to Bish, and I think Bish has enough for the first down.
Went up in the air to get that ball. It just, from our perspective, it's hard to see whether his feet came down in bounds, but apparently they did.
Inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. So they're going to have first and goal at the 9 as they go for a 10-yard gain on that pass from Hyman to Bish on the far side. So now they're going to go single receiver to the left, two backs out there, Love and Rex on either side of Hyman out of the gun. They're going to hand it to Rex, and Rex gets blown up again in the backfield. And he'll be knocked for a loss back to about the 13-yard line.
Take a guess who that was.
Is that Andrew Field again?
Yeah, it was Andrew Field coming in. Because Doric's right. He's got great reactions to the ball. He's quick.
I think they'll actually give him forward progress to about the 11-yard line. So just a loss of 2 on the play. That's a Larson's garbage service play for a loss. You can take that, throw it in the trash end. Larson's will come here away. Now here's a fade for the end zone, and that is incomplete as Burford, it was just a little bit out of his ability to get a foot down in the middle of the end zone on the far sideline, on the left sideline.
Eats is a very tall receiver, and I like the play call. It just, he's got to get that ball a little bit more inside.
So 5:44 left, and it's another 3rd down and 12 after that Carrier Insurance 2nd down pass goes incomplete. Eternally clean first quarter here on Tanesta Builder Supply High School football. Back to throw Hyman. Hyman looks the other way, and he tried a screen, and it was well defended by St. Mary's. He was looking for Briggs Beckwith, but really that play had no chance.
Yeah, that was number 10 for St. Mary's.
And so now we're here at 4th down. It would be about a 28-yard field goal. But, Larry, this is what I'm talking about, how they must just not trust the kicking game, whether it's the kicker or the holder or the snap or the whole thing, because they're going to go for it from the 11-yard line here.
Well, I know Bish can kick the ball far distance. It's a little bit different than the soccer ball. But
And now we're going to get, I do believe, a timeout by Central Clarion. We will take it with him here on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends Radio.
Hitting you at all?
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Back out of the Ross Becker timeout. Ross Becker Insurance with locations in Seneca, Northeast, and Corey. When life throws you a timeout, Ross Becker will get you out of it. Check them out at teamrossbecker.com. That's ROSSBACHER. So here's Central Clarion looking at a
4th and goal, right?
4th down and goal from the 11-yard line.
This is could be a huge stop for St. Mary's. It's got.
And that ball is into the end zone, incomplete. So Central Clarion will turn the ball over on downs.
Frankie Smith almost intercepted the ball, but really what happened was the receiver slipped down there at the last moment. That was Ethan Burford. But I think, I don't know if Frankie did it on purpose, but I think it was a good idea that he just dropped the ball.
Well, he catches it in the end zone.
He gets up there twice, so what I'm saying.
So now St. Mary's takes over. Still no score, 5:32 to go in the eternally clean first quarter. So they're going to go into the I formation this time. Field is the tailback out of the I.
They've run more option out of this formation, Chris.
They're going to hand it straight to Andrew Field, and he spins off of a tackler, and he'll finally be taken down at about the 16-yard line.
A good run. He was tackled at the line of scrimmage, and he picked up at least 4 yards right there.
So pickup of 5 for Field on first down. That'll bring up a Carrier Insurance second down. Carrier Insurance wants to wish Brendan Carrier, number 53. Good luck for the Central Clarion Wildcats tonight.
I formation again. Twins to the left.
Field is going to hand it
Here's
to the
option,
and now Field is hit hard as he reaches the 20-yard line. That was Briggs Beckwith who came up and put the stick on him to keep him from getting the first down.
One guy on this option, I'm going to make sure I have a guy on all the time, is going to be Andrew Fields.
So Field gets 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 for St. Mary's at
I mean,
the
on the
40-yard
option
line.
Series, you don't block the defensive end. That's what the quarterback
Field is the
read
lone back here. Oh, they're going to
Yep.
keep it with Wheeler, and Wheeler's going to have a first down and more. He's over the 25, out to about the 27-yard line goes Brody Wheeler.
This is the first we've seen him run this series, Chris, and I was kind of surprised because they were very successful with it last week. And their first time using it here, it is pretty successful. They got a first down.
At the 28, a pickup of 8 by Wheeler. First down and 10. Wheeler is going to hand it to the first man through this time.
The dive back.
That was that Stager? No, that was 28. That is Landon Cook. So Cook will get about a yard to the 29. That'll bring up a 2nd down. It's that Carrier Insurance.
Now you're looking, I think, to the outside here. One of the
CarrierInsuranceCares.com. 2nd down, 9. Going to hand it now Field, and Field breaks his way through, and he's going to be up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
great run by Fields. He spun off, broke a tackle, and picked up an extra 3 or 4 more yards.
So Field will have it 3rd down and 1 for St. Mary's. A Luton Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down, and it's 3rd and short. St. Mary's staying ahead of the chain so far in this drive. Wheeler trying to draw the Wildcats offside. They won't jump as we're down to 2:26 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Brought to you by Eternally Clean. They're going to hand it to Cook, and Cook is going to have that first down and more up to about the 39-yard line.
So far, pretty impressive drive by St. Mary's.
In fact, they're going to give them all the way to the 40-yard line, so pick up a 3 by Cook. First down and 10, Dutch at the 40. The Dutch with 1st and 10 at the 40. Wheeler going to throw. Wheeler looking to throw deep, and he overthrows his receiver, who I believe was Dalen Thomas.
Dalen probably had a step or two there, and one of the things that young quarterback has to do is get some air under it so the receiver has an opportunity to go make a play on the ball.
Yeah, if you were in our pregame show, Wheeler had some reps as a freshman, then got hurt early last season, missed the rest of the year, been the starting quarterback all season this year. So junior, but really more like a sophomore in experience. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 40. They're going to keep it on the option as Wheeler, and he gets about 4 yards up to the 44-yard line.
That again is the option on that. I'd like to see Ethan Rex come up and make. He kind of turned himself in and forced the quarterback to come up inside. I'd like him to keep himself a little square, make that indecisive whether he should pitch or not.
So the pickup of 4. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 after that Carrier Insurance pickup of 4. 3rd down and 6. Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down. They're going to hand it to Field, and Field is going to battle his way up to about the 48-yard line, and that's going to make it a 4th and 2, and now an interesting decision for St. Mary's.
Well, I've coached a number of years against Chris Dorick. You never know when he's going to punt the ball.
I'm actually a little surprised that he sent the punt team out here right now. But for now, it's going to be
I would be surprised to see it figure.
Daddy Clarion punt, but I'm with Larry here. Going to keep your eye on those guys out there. And high snap, it's going to be a short kick. It's going to bounce and then take a roll for St. Mary's inside the 25, inside to about the 20-yard line. So that's where Central Clarion will take over with just 18.2 seconds to go here in the first quarter in a scoreless game between those Central Clarion Wildcats and the St. Mary's Dodge here on the YDL Sports Network and D9 or D9and10sports.com and 7 Mountains Media. So they're going to put it down at the 20 with 18 seconds to go here in the eternally clean first quarter. Neither team has been able to really get much going offensively. A turnover for Central Clarion. They also had the ball deep in St. Mary's territory after a punt and couldn't do anything. They're going to hand it to Rex here. Rex looking down the far sideline. Rex has got some room, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line.
And that sweep's been their best play so far. And they just pull it back, both the backside guard and tackle to the left.
Now put him down at the 26. Clock stops with 12.1 seconds to go here with him going out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. It's a carrier insurance, 2nd down.
Now they're coming in as kind of heavy formations where they're stacking over the guard with a fullback up behind the guard and 2 backs in the
high
backfield.
Snap, and they're going to hand it to Rex, and that high snap blew that play right out of the water, and Rex is going to lose yardage back to about the 23-yard line, and that is going to be the end of quarter number 1. So after a quarter of play here in St. Mary's, we have no score between Central Clarion and St. Mary's. We'll be back on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends Radio.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
With locations in Shippenville and Tanesta, Tanesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tanesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tanestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
So we enter into the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Verischetti Holdings, including Phoenix Incinerated Metals, Alagany Electric right here in St. Mary's, Superior Resources, Verischetti and Sons, VerischettiHoldings.com. So Central Clarion will have a 3rd down and 7 at the 23 after that Larson's garbage service play for a loss at the end of the first quarter. That started with the high snaps, and now they're going to go 2 receivers to each side, put a man in motion, and now looking to throw to the far side is Hyman on the roll. Hyman rolls out. Hyman throws it, and him and his receiver were not on the same page there. That was Brady Guth, and Guth was going long, and Hyman threw it short.
Plus, I think what also aided in that is that both Field and Tyler Shealy came in, providing pressure on him.
It's a punting situation here for the Wildcats, and actually got Rex back there, the punt. I was expecting Bish, but they've gone with Ethan Rex to punt here.
Well, this is a special team that really hurt them last week.
So Rex the punt. It's a Denny Sinclair punt. You'll never have punt on dinner. And now Rex takes it and rolls out, and he is going to run it, and Rex is going to have the 1st down and more. He's over the 35, the 40, finally tackled from behind and around the 45. So Rex lining up at punter, and he fakes it And it's going to be a first down for the Wildcats up over the 40 to about the 44-yard line.
That's something that Coach Eggleton pulled right out of Coach Dorick's playbook. That's something that he would do. He could be on his own 5-yard line and run a fake punt.
So it'll be a first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 44-yard line.
That may have been even a telltale sign who was back there, punter, Chris.
It very well might have been there. It's a Tanesta Builder Supply first down. This drive being built by Tanesta Builder Supply with locations in Shippenville and Tanesta. Here is a handoff to Rex on a sweep. Rex has some room. He's over the 50. Rex is at the 45. He'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. St. Mary's. It's another Tanesta Builder first down the Wildcat, who all of a sudden they're moving.
Again, at that time it was a jet, but anything sweeping to the left has been successful for Central Clarion to this point.
It'll be first down and 10 at the St. Mary's 42. So after the fake punt, now the Wildcats are in the Dutch territory. 11:15 to go here in the second quarter. No score between Central Clarion and St. Mary's.
They're wing T formation here, Chris.
They're going to put the man in motion, and they're going to flip it to him. That is Burford on a pass, and Burford gets about 5 yards. That's that little pop flip pass, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm.
Nice job pulling up and cutting up the field there. I want to say Ethan Mason Burford.
So that's at the 37-yard line.
They're coming back in this bunch formation to the left with the gun formation to the back to the right. Here comes that sweep to the left.
And that is that Love?
I think that's Heppel, isn't it? No, yeah, you're right. It's Love.
And so Alex Love will fight his way back to the line of scrimmage there. Bring up a third down and 5. So that carry insurance second down play doesn't go anywhere for the Wildcats. So now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw is Hindman. Steps up, throws over for Burford. Burford has it. He's going to have the first down inside 30, about the 28-yard line.
Technique pass by Carter at that time, giving Mason an opportunity to set up and catch that ball.
Bring up a first down and 10 at the St. Mary's 28. Central Clarion, this drive started at their own 20. They were facing a 4th down, but the big fake punt run out over the 40 to the 44 of the Wildcats by Ethan Rex has them now moving deeper inside St. Mary's territory. They were here once before and were turned away on downs. They're going to hand it now to Jackson Marinovitz, and Marinovitz is going to go over the 35 or 25 to about the 24-yard line.
A great pickup on first down.
Pick up a 4 for Marinovitz.
So really in 4-play territory here. So I think being from a coaching standpoint, that's how I would look at this. Don't have to gain 6 yards here on this play.
Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Carrier Insurance 2nd down. Carrier
What
Insurance.
you don't want to do is lose yards out.
Carrier Insurance wants to wish Brendan Carrier good luck. Number 53, carrierinsurancecares.com. Out of the gun. He's going to hand it off to Rex, and Rex has a huge hole. He's inside the 15. He cuts it to 10. He's going to be in for a Tampa touchdown.
A great job of sealing off Andrew Fields that time, allowing Rex to, find the opening, and he did a nice job, what we call circling the field, pressing it up the middle and bringing it back outside.
So Central Clarion strikes first on the 24-yard touchdown run by Ethan Rex, finishing off a 10-play, 80-yard drive. Now Logan Bish in to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. That kick is true. It is 7-0 Central Clarion with 8:21 to play here in the Verischetti Holdings second quarter. We'll be back after this quick message.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's your relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
So Central Clarion scores the Tempa touchdown. Tempa, Home Parts and Supplies, right next to Showcase Homes in Marianne Corners. Nice drive there, Larry.
It was a very good drive.
It's out of kickoff is Schweitzer. This is an advanced drainage system, kickoff. And this is a deep kick. It's going to roll, and it's going to bounce and stop at the 5. And Frankie Smith is going to pick it up there, and he's going to be dropped at the 7-yard line. That couldn't have worked out better for the Wildcats.
Great coverage on that.
So Smith let it bounce at the 2, and
it's like Jackson Maranovitz gets down there to make that tackle short. It is.
It started with the kick just dying. It made it a lot easier.
It looked like it was going to roll in the end zone, but just stop, as Chris said, on the 2-yard line right there. This could be a great play for Central Clarion to get a turnover.
But last time we did a Central Clarion game, Brockway, they had a safety, Larry. So here's a timeout call by, and we'll take that. We'll be right back here.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Back here, 8:17 to go in quarter number 1. It is Central Clarion 7, St. Mary's nothing. St. Mary's just took that time out. They had a guy get late onto the field there, Larry, and you hate that as a coach.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you hate that, but I'm glad Chris took a timeout to make sure they're in a critical area here. You want to make sure you got your people on the same page.
Yep. Dutch 1st and 10 at their own 7. Out of the gun now is Wheeler. He wants to throw. He's going to throw it up. He's got a man down there, and it's a little overthrown. The fans wanted it. They thought there was some contact, but not enough to warrant a fly. They were looking for Cody Thompson, and it was
Brady Guth on the coverage right there, senior. Brady was running almost stride for stride.
There was a little contact, but it was so far in front of where it was that,
we're talking about. They got to get some air under the ball. That's what I've watched him. He throws the ball on the line, and it's almost got to be perfect timing between the receiver and the quarterback.
So 2nd down and 10 for Dodge, trailing 7-0. They had 11 going this quarter. They're going to go under center here. And they're going to hand it to Andrew Field, and Field is met right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get nowhere.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white jerseys. Coach Louder's got to be pretty happy with his defense there.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 at the 7 for the Dutch. So special teams hurt the Wildcats last week, but so far they're helping them this week.
Absolutely.
It'll be 3rd down and 10. It's a Luton Plumbing Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd down. When you get backed up, Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gets you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com, just down from the University Stadium on the River Hill. Brian Luton, pretty good defensive player back in his day for Clarion High
Sure
School.
was. Good defensive.
Out of the gun, Wheeler looks to throw. It's going to be a short pass to Field. Field looking for the first down marker, and he is going to be just shy of it at about the 14-yard line, I think.
Watching the Steelers game last week in Ireland, one of the things commentators talk about is why they don't see a little bit more of that, where you just basically throwing a pitch to the running back, getting them on the outside perimeter, give them an opportunity in space.
Oh, there's a flag down here, Larry. It's on the far sideline in front of the Wildcat bench or sideline area. Let's see what this call is.
No, the officials are talking to each other right now. And must be against Clarion because I see St. Mary's.
So we're waiting here for this Zunder and Associates penalty to see what this is all about. So now the official comes over. He's going to give us the signal. It's a
holding.
It's a defensive holding. So that's a 10-yard penalty. And will it be marked from the line of scrimmage, or will it go from where the play ended? They're going to mark it from where the play ended, which is different than how they would do it in the NFL. Again, I don't know the rule enough, Larry, to know whether that's the correct spot or not. So it'll be out at the 24-yard line for the Dutch. So they get out of the... And now the ball is...
Wheeler did a good job avoiding the pass rush there and actually getting back to the line of scrimmage, literally the line of scrimmage, because he hit the front stick.
Yeah, I lost track of him, Larry. I'm glad you saw where it was going, because all I saw was a host of Wildcats in the backfield. And first I thought he was being sacked, but he was able to escape that and get back to the 24-yard line.
So instead of second and 15, second and 10, which is it's a big difference when you're down this part of the field.
Down to 6:48 to go here in the Verischetti Holdings second quarter, excuse me. Tanesta Builders, it's a Carrier Insurance second down, and now they're going to hand it to Field, and Field's got some room on the corner. He's over the 30, and all nice trip up there. That was Marinovitz on the trip up at about the 32, where Field might still be running.
Looks like about 2 yards for a first down. 3rd and 2.
So pickup of 8, and again, Field might be headed to the end zone right now, Larry, if it hadn't been for the nice tackle in the open field by Jackson Marinovitz. Are watching Alagany Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network, listening on Seven Mountains Media's 101.3 FM, 94.1 FM, and 1300 AM, streaming at BigfootLegendsRadio.com. Now St. Mary looks like it's taking another time out here, and
looks like Chris was going down to the bottom of his sheet there to find a play to run here.
We're going to take it with him.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs, because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership. At Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
So out of the Ross Becker Insurance timeout for St. Mary's, it'll be 3rd down and 2.
And Chris, I was talking about, he was looking down to his play sheet. People want to know what's on that play sheet. It depends on the coach, but generally you'll have plays for short yardage, you'll have places for 3rd down, and then you may have some plays. And depending on how the coach reached what we call the script, we wanted to go.
Larry, well, in the early days of your coaching career, your sheet was about 10 plays long.
It was. It was.
There was one pass. It was the fade.
Yeah, it may have been longer. It may have been longer, but
I'm just kidding, Larry. Here, Larry was obviously, folks, an awesome coach. Best one I've seen in District 9. him and Tim Ginocco, and both over 200 career wins. I've just ribbed him a little bit. So they're going to put a man in motion. The ball's on the ground, and that's going to blow up that play as it's a bad snap. And able to get back on it was Wheeler, but he's going to not gain any yards there.
They're actually going to spot it at the line of scrimmage. Well, kind of unusual there.
So Wheeler was able to get on that fumble, and now that'll bring up a 4th down. And I don't think the Dutch have any plans, or yeah, they do. They are going to punt this one, or at least they're going to line up to punt it with Shealy.
Historic. That's all I got to say. You never know what he's going to do.
Daddy's in Clarion punt. Both Burford and Rex are back out. High snap, but Shealy's going to punt it. It's a high punt angle towards the sideline. Rex coming over. It's going to let it bounce, and it's going to bounce out of bounds right at the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. So that's where Central Clarion will take over after that 32-yard punt. 5:09 to play here in quarter number 2, brought to you by Verichetti Holdings, which includes Alagany Electric right here in St. Mary's. It's 7-0 Central Clarion in the lead. We're watching Alagany Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network. The Alagany Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Today's game also being brought to you by the Warren County Visitors Bureau. Discover all there is to do in Warren County, PA, WCVB.net.
Okay, Central Clarion.
They're going to hand it here out of the gun to Rex, and Rex slips a tackle at the line of scrimmage and then maybe picks up a yard up to the 37-yard line.
He broke two tackles to get that 1 yard.
Today's game also being brought to you by Champion Modulars. Champion Modulars is more than just a job. It's a career. Applied now at neweramodulars.com. Weekly pay, Monday through Friday, daylight shifts, 9 paid holidays, medical, dental, vision, 401k plan, and bonus program at Champion Modular in Strattonville. That is neweramodulars.com to apply today for your next career. Looking to throw. They're going to throw it short to Burford. Burford, nice spin move, but the St. Mary's defender was having none of that. That was Matt Gilmore, the Elk County Catholic product, making the tackle.
What I kind of didn't like about that play right there was they were in press coverage. So it meant that Ethan had to catch the ball and get off. Now, if he was playing back, I think that's a great play. I think, you look over there in the corner, is playing off, then maybe you run more of his, but if he's pressed or run a fade if he's pressing up.
Now, up 2 on the play to the 39. That brings up a 3rd down and 7. Luton's Plumbing Erickson, 3rd down. Hyman out of the gun. Looks to throw. Throws it. He's got a man. That's Marinovitz in the middle of the field. Marinovitz has a 1st down. And, that's Logan Bish.
Yeah, Logan Bish.
10 versus 18.
Player.
So Logan Bish, the North Clarion product, gets it out over the 50 to the 48-yard line for the 1st down. Tanesta Builder Supply, 1st down to Logan Bish.
Logan's an outstanding goalie for North Clarion. He shut out Brookville last night, a 6-0 win. Giving shout out to Coach Bish and his crew.
11-0-1 are the Wolves. Them and Ridgeway, the 2 top teams in single A right now in soccer on the boys' side, and Ridgeway and them tied 2-2 at East Forest on Monday. So anybody can win that. Here's a throw over. Oh, what a catch. Oh, they're going to say that was no catch. Oh, I'm sorry, Larry. I haven't said much all year. That was a bad call. He had his feet in there on the sideline. Brady Goode did.
1 foot for sure. That's all it is.
Hold on, we've got the. I don't know if Skiba. No, Skiba's not looking at us right now. So
he's listening to the program. So just tell him to.
We'll see if he. We'll see if he looks up at us here. We'll know if he's listening if he looks up at us.
Justin Skiba, can you hear us? Give me that. Good. He's on. Oh wow!
And that's an incomplete pass.
That was almost taken away right there.
Yeah, I can, guys.
So we're wondering about that pass. Justin, it'll take a second.
Yeah, I got you, guys. Yeah.
Let's see if he can hear us.
Did he get his feet in bounds?
Well, we were trying something there, folks, but it didn't work. So they'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 to the Wildcats. We were trying to get to Justin Skiba on the sideline. Screen pass, and St. Mary's breaks it up.
Got to get a little more time than that.
I think Justin accidentally turned the mic off when he tried to get back up to us. So now Central Clarion will punt here, and that'll be Rex again in punt formation. Now, last time he faked it, so if you're St. Mary's, you've got to be careful here.
And they're lining up outside to make sure that he doesn't.
And now he's going to punt this one away, and it's a low liner that's going to bounce inside the 20 and go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, it looks like. We'll see if that's where they put it down. It was hard to see where it went out of bounds exactly. We'll see where they spot it. But it looks like they're going to spot it at the 18. So 2:53 left here in quarter number 2, brought to you by Verischetti Holdings. Still 7-0 Central Clarion.
I mean, Central Clarion that time electing to go up in the air 3 times after having a very successful
running game,
running the ball.
Now, St. Mary's will go out of the eye. We haven't seen this very much here. They did run an option out of it last time we saw it. And they're going to just pitch it here to Field. Field looking to hit the corner. And he'll get over the 20, and he's still on his seat and then knocked out of bounds at about the 21 or 22-yard line, his own 21-22.
Looks like they're going to spot it at 22, Chris.
St. Mary's only one timeout left here, as they will put it down at the 22 after a gain of 4. 29 to go in the second quarter, brought to you by Verischetti Holdings, which includes Alagany Electric right here in St. Mary's. So 2nd down and 6. It's a Carrier Insurance 2nd down. Carrier Insurance wants to wish Brendan Carrier good luck tonight. They're going to hand it to Cook, and Cook has some room, and he's still going through, and he's going to go up to about the 37-yard line, landing Cook with a nice run.
He broke at least 3 tackles on that play, and he was actually hit at the line of scrimmage.
Pick up a 15 on the play. St. Mary's just 68 yards on the night, 61 of them coming on the ground. Central Clarion 130. Wildcats lead 7-0, 1:35 to go, run clock. Now, out of gun with nobody back there with his wheel. He's going to roll to the far side. He's going to throw, and it is knocked down. I think that was Hyman that got a hand on it.
Hayden Hyman, big hands. We watched him do that against Brockway.
Bring up 2nd down and 10. You can tell, though, St. Mary's doesn't look real comfortable throwing the football, Larry.
Yeah, but that time he's the fact that he's on the run, he's running directly to the sidelines. It's tough to get your body around to throw the ball that way.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw again is Wheeler. Wheeler steps up. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down. It looks like 78, Leo Corriday, maybe on the sack. Is that Leo? That is Leo Corriday on the sack.
Sure is.
And that's going to be a timeout by Central Clarion, I believe. We'll be right back here after these messages.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrasure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrasure.
Acrasure in DuBois, the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network. Bring up a 3rd and 15 after that Team Rossbecker timeout. It was Central Clarion that took it, right, Larry?
It was, yes. Looks like Coach Louder's electing to go. I saw him change personnel. It looks like he's going to go to a nickel defense. And when you go to a nickel, you're generally going to press all the receivers up front and keep 2 safeties back.
So it's 3rd down and 15. That looks like what they're going to do. They're going to press with Burford and Rex on the far side.
They're going to press guy on the line.
Out of the gun is Wheeler, looking to throw. He's going to throw it short, and it's knocked down. That is Briggs Beckwith who knocks it down.
Briggs coming in from his linebacker position on a blitz.
That'll bring up a fourth down now. 4th down and 15, and that's going to bring out the punting unit, I would believe, again. It's telling me it's 3rd and 15 on the scoreboard. I'm looking across the side. It's 4th down. Yeah, it's 4th down. The scoreboard was wrong. So it's 4th down. It's Tyler Sheely back to punt. Sheely's been busy so far. This is his 5th punt. He's averaging 31.3 on the first 4.
Central Clarion's coming after it. They could get it.
Oh, they just missed it, and then they rough him. But no, they're going to say it's not a rough, but it's going to be a short punt that is down at the St. Mary's 45. I don't know what the official saw, but when Sheely went down, they basically tackled. The official just sitting there saying, "Oh, it was not any type of issue," and you can understand why the St. Mary's sideline is upset.
It looked like a little bit of Hollywood movie. I thought.
But it didn't matter. The pressure got to him, and the punt is down at the 44 of the Dutch with 1:07 to go. So Central Clarion getting after it, has a great opportunity here at the St. Mary's 44. They still have a timeout to go with 1:07 left here in the first half, up 7-0. Hyman out of the gun. He wants to throw. He's looking to throw. He throws it. He's got Bish at the 40. Bish backsteps and then comes forward to about the 37-yard line. Got to figure Central Clarion's going to be in a hurry here.
You don't want to spike the ball here. Get things set up. Make sure everybody's lined up right.
And now we're going to have a flag, and yep, it's on Central Clarion. They're going to get called for the motion penalty.
Logan just slid up the snap ball at the same time. He saw that he wasn't up on the line of scrimmage, which would have made the inside receiver ineligible, Chris.
Oh, what? Yeah, false start, so that'll move it back to the 42-yard line. Is there a 10-second runoff on this? Is that even a thing?
No.
No. So they're going to say St. Mary's is going to let it go on the snap, which is a little interesting. So I would thought the clock would still run because it was stopped. It was running when he hit it. Now throw, and that is incomplete. It was intended for Burford at about the 35.
It's a very low throw.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 after that Carrier Insurance 2nd down pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 8. So what was promising for the Wildcats, they now need a 3rd down conversion here with 41.6 seconds to go in the first half, leading 7-0.
It's an opportunity to try to pop one up to Burford on a deep path.
So they're going to go out of the gun with Carter Hyman.
They're going to double him.
Looking to throw. He's looking. He's going to throw it that way anyhow. He's going to put it up for Burford. Burford!
Comes down with it, I think.
Is it a completed pass? No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. The backside official says he was out of bounds at about the 8-yard line, so it'll be an incomplete pass.
I mean, I like the pass. It's just you got to throw a little bit more inside.
What do you do here if you're Central Clarion, Larry? Do you go for the first down? Do you punt it away with 29.8, knowing St. Mary's has just one timeout and their passing game has been 1 for 7 on the night for 7 yards?
Well,
I think I'd go for it if it's me.
Well, you know what I'm going to do.
You're punting it.
Yes.
You're punting it, and I'm going for it.
I want my defense.
And it looks like Davey Eagleton likes Chris Rossetti more than he likes Larry Weiser on this one. He's going to go for it here.
Let's hope it pays off.
4th down pass by Hyman, looking to throw. He throws it. He's got the minute. He's got 3rd down and more. That is Bish. Bish is inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
Boy, they're going to run out of time here.
Down to 14 seconds. Remember, they still have a timeout left. Hyman to throw it deep. Hyman over the middle. He's got a man. That's going to be caught by Rex, and now they're going to have to call their timeout. Boy, it took them a long time to get that timeout called, didn't it? So Rex has it at the 14-yard line of St. Mary's. So the Wildcats move in to the
the question comes up: do you try that field goal, or do you try to get a? It's got one chance. They got to throw the ball in the end zone.
So they're inside the Redbank Valley Chevrolet red zone. You too can drive into the Redbank Valley red zone with great used vehicle from Redbank Chevrolet. Call Mike Hyman today. He'll get you hooked up. Redbankchevrolet.com. So this will be an interesting decision. Now, 6.6. I mean, if you're going to throw it and not kick it, you're going to have to throw it right away. And again, I'm just not sure, Larry, that they feel like they can kick a 31-yard field goal. They haven't shown us anything in the last few weeks that tells us that they would kick a field goal here.
Well, I know Bish has strong enough leg. I'm not going to question that.
Well, I'm not questioning Bish's leg, but there is something, and it might be something that I talked to Davey Eagleton about after the game just to find out what it is that is it, because it could be anything. It could be the snap, it could be the hold. There could be all kinds of things that they don't trust about the operation.
Right.
It's not saying any one part. They're going to go for it here from the 14 with 6.6. Out of the gun with three receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Looking to throw is Hyman. He's looking. Time's going to run out on him. Throwing to the end zone. And it is incomplete. It was almost intercepted, but they rolled it incomplete in the back of the end zone. And that'll bring an end to the first half with Central Clarion leading St. Mary's 7-0 here on the YDL Sports Network. We'll be back after these messages.
Alagany Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Alagany Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Alagany Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlaganyElectric.com. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Alagany River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Alagany Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, PA. With locations in Shippenville and Tanesta, Tanesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tanesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tanestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secure against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrasure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrasure.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Back here on our Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency halftime show. Call David today at 814-223-4000. Let's take a look at our statistics here in the first half. Statistics brought to you by Jenny Montgomery Scott. Jenny Montgomery Scott and Clarion for all your financial needs. For Central Clarion, Ethan Rex, 10 carries, 87 yards and a touchdown. Carter Heinman, 8 of 20 passing, 74 yards and an interception. Logan Bish, 4 catches, 45 yards. Ethan Burford, 3 for 16. Ethan Rex, 113 for the Wildcats. For St. Mary's, Andrew Field, 7 carries, 33 yards. Landon Cook has 3 carries for 19 yards. Brody Wheeler, 5 carries for 10 yards. Wheeler, 1 of 7 passing for 7 yards. Andrew Field has that 1 reception for 7 yards. Those are your halftime statistics brought to you by Jenny Montgomery Scott in Clarion. We're going to step aside here. We'll be back on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media's Bigfoot Legend. 7-0 Wildcats at halftime.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all on more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tanesta. Located in the Alagany Mountains with a spectacular view of the Alagany River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Alagany River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Back here on the YDL Sports Network, it's now time for the Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. This isn't going to take very long. 8:21 of the second quarter. It was Ethan Rex on a 24-yard touchdown run. 10 play, 80-yard drive. Time of possession, 3 minutes and 57 seconds. And that was your only score of the first half. Central Clarion leads St. Mary's 7-0 at the half. Let's take a look at our generational wealth management scoreboard here. Hold on here a second, folks. I'll bring up that scoreboard. Generational wealth management, investment services, and insurance. GWM.NM.com, Northwestern Mutual. Taking a look last night, Corey defeated Northeast 34-16, Girard 32-30. Brockway all over Bradford 33-6 in the second quarter. Otto Eldred was leading Cameron County 6-0 in the second quarter. Clearfield and Bald Eagle, we didn't have a score on that one. Neither do we have a score in the Coudersport-Smethport game. Moshannon Valley 7, Kerwinsville 3 at the half. Connellsville and DuBois were tied at 7, the last score that we had on that game. I'll see if I can get a more recent score for you. It is now DuBois 21-10 at halftime over Connellsville. So DuBois leading Connellsville 21-10 at halftime. Carton City was up 7-0 on Westinghouse in the second quarter. That game was originally supposed to be at Westinghouse, got moved to Carton City. Keystone all over Bucktail. That was 35-0. That was a first quarter score. I don't know, Larry. Port Allegany and Brookville didn't have a score in the second quarter. That's a little surprising. Punxsutawney 22-0 over Redbank in the second quarter. McDowell 7, Cathedral Prep 3 in the second quarter. Cambridge Springs 21, Cochranton 0 in the second quarter. Farrell 12, Steubenville, Ohio 10 in the second quarter. General McLean and Warren, we don't have a score on. Let's see. Anything else there that's of interest? Looking down through. And Erie 14, Oil City 6 in the second quarter. That would be of interest. Slippery Rock 7, Conneaut 6. Second quarter. Sharpsville 12, Mercer 3 in the second quarter. Hickory all over Titusville 34-0 in the second quarter. So those are your scores brought to you by Generational Wealth Management. We'll be back here on the YDL Sports Network in 7 Minutes Media. We're at halftime, 7-0 Central Clarion in the lead.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise. Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA, SIPC. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today. You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempest Appliance Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Raised Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippenville. Tempest Appliance Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies. A good garbage company is like a good long snapper. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For a great, dependable garbage service in Clarion County, nobody does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsongarbageservice.com.
Located at 500 Broad Street, Redbank Chevrolet is proud to be your new Bethlehem auto dealer, offering a wide variety of new cars and trucks, as well as certified used vehicles. We also welcome our Brookville, Pittsburgh, Catering, and Oil City customers, and are committed to placing the keys of the right vehicle in your hands. What are you waiting for? Stop by and see us today, or give us a call at 814-275-2410.
Are you looking for fundraising ideas? Does your team need sports apparel or promotional items? Maybe it's a team store you're looking for. Call or visit DE Sports Inc. on Main Street in Clarion. If you dream it, they make it. Call them at 814-226-4871 and like them on Facebook. Dave Eastad and crew will take care of you.
Back here at the half, Central Clarion 7-0 over the St. Mary's Dutch. And Larry Weiser, it's time for our Weiser's Wisdom and our second half adjustments. Weiser's Wisdom brought to you by DE Sports for all your needs in apparel, embroidery, screen printing, vinyl, and sublimation. DESportsinc.com. And our second half adjustments are brought to you by the Rehab Center. The Rehab Center, chiropractors caring for health. They will always make the right adjustment for you. They've got all kinds of D9 alums. Isaac Grilly, Port Alagany, Derek Mason of Cameron County, Matt Brush of Brookville working for them. They've got offices in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning among their 8. And Larry, what's your second half adjustments?
Well, Chris, starting with St. Mary's, I'd like to see him come back out in that option series, that triple option series they were running. They had success. They've got 2 or 3 first downs coming up with it. And, on the defensive sides, of course, they're going to have to keep an eye on Rex and, to make sure they continue containing them. On Central Clarion side, again, what Coach Eggleton talked about, it's the lack of consistency is where it seems to be. I mean, they'll get some good yardage and they'll have a negative play out of it. Then they'll pick up some big yards and they'll have another negative play. And I think it's just a matter of them, focusing in on every play, making sure they're picking up blocks. And the same thing on defensively, they're going to have to make sure they stay disciplined on that option, because I'm sure Coach Dorick and his staff are going to come back out and try to work a little bit more on that.
So those are your second half adjustments brought to you by the Rehab Centers, with 8 locations serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. And Weiser's Words of Wisdom brought to you by DE Sports and Dave Eastad. We're going to step aside one more time here and before we get ready for the second half here on the YDL Sports Network and 7 Mountains Media. 7-0 Central Clarion in the lead at the break.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Why should you choose Nolf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront, straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full-service body shop offering top-quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com.
Back here on the YDL Sports Network, bringing a close here to our Allstate Insurance at David Jones Agency halftime. And Larry, I want to send out best wishes to Nancy Mills, the athletic director at Clarion High School. She was in an horrific car accident this week. Had to be life flighted to Pittsburgh and underwent some surgery. And our thoughts and prayers here at the YDL Sports Network go out to Nancy and her family. Nancy, one of the good ladies out there. Just always nice and pleasant to be around, and also the secretary at Clarion High School. And I know you've known Nancy for a long time.
I have, and again, my personal prayers go out to her and the family, and I know everybody in Clarion is saying their prayers for her as she, from what I understand, has a long road to recover here. But our wishes for a speedy recovery for you, Nancy.
So we wish Nancy all the best. So we get ready here now to start the third quarter. Third quarter is brought to you by Acrasure, the official insurance provider of YD Sports Network. Acrasure.com/id- Atlantic.
I like this for Central Clarion. They kick the ball up the first half. They come out defensively, stop. Now they get a chance to start the third quarter here, Chris. If I had a perfect way of doing a game, that's how I would like to do it.
Looking to see who's kicking here for St. Mary's. That kick is by number 23, Mason Nicholas, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Let's see what Central Clarion elects to have done here.
They can either get the ball at the 35 or have them re-kick it.
It looks like they're going to make them re-kick it.
So there'll be a 5-yard penalty, and
so they're going to have to kick it off now from the 35-yard line.
This is the other decision you make on the sideline. Sometimes I had this go sideways on me one time.
So they're going to make them kick it here. They're going to make them re-kick it. Getting ready to re-kick. And so Mason Nicholas will line it up again to kick it off. And now Central Clarion, they have, it looks like Rex and Burford standing at about their own 17-yard line. It's going to kick it shallow, and it's going to be taken by Marinovitz at the 37. Marinovitz over to 45, the 50, makes a man miss, and is going to have the ball in St. Mary's territory at about the 44-yard line.
That's what I'd say, 44. So this turned out to be a pretty good decision. And we got a St. Mary's man down on the field here, Chris. The trainer's out.
So they will have the ball at the 44-yard line.
Yeah.
11:52 here, 8 seconds into.
The young man's getting. I could be somewhat of a doctor from up here, but I think he got it hit in the stomach and his air knocked out of him, wind knocked out of him.
Union AC Valley was up 16-0 over Kane. I don't think I gave that score.
This should be a pretty good game. It was a game. Didn't we do that in the playoffs last year?
No, we did. Did Otto Eldridge.
Oh, that's right.
Gonna come under center here is Carter Heineman. Puts a man in motion. That's Marinovitz. But instead, he's going to actually hand it to Marinovitz. And Marinovitz is going to go around edge for a pickup of about 8 on the play.
Here's what we talk about. That consistency is coming back. You need a yard. I mean, this might be an opportunity to go up and take another shot deep in the air to Burford. Because you have three plays to make a yard or two, about 2 yards.
He's at the 36-yard line.
They're coming out in their wing tee here.
Going to put a man in motion, and they're going to hand it up the middle to, I think that's Love. And it is Alex Love, all the way inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. As Central Clarion enters the Redbank Chevrolet red zone, you too can drive into the red zone with a great new or used car from Redbank Chevrolet. They're going to actually mark them at the 17.
They faked the jet that time, and it came back with an inside trap to the fullback.
Move this to the third quarter here on the scoreboard. Here we go. Under center, man in motion. They're going to hand it to the reverse man in motion, which is Marinovich, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. You can take that play, throw it in the garbage, and Larson's garbage service will come and haul it away for you. That is going to be a loss on the play. We'll see where they eventually put it down. They're going to put it down all the way back at the 23, so a loss of 6 on the play.
That was a play that probably was a Larson play in the first half. It didn't go very well. I mean, they faked the jet sweep coming to the left, and it came back with a counter. And St. Mary stayed home and made the play for a loss, big loss.
So it'll be a second down and 16. Carry Insurance, long second down here for the Wildcats at the 23 of St. Mary's. They're going to hand it to Rex. Rex coming to the near sideline, and he is going to break a tackle, and now he's going to finally be dragged to the ground by Landon Cook at about the 17-yard line. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're going to mark him. Yeah, we'll call that the 17.
Here's what I call money down. This is 3rd and 10.
Back inside the Redbank Valley, or the Redbank Chevrolet, Redbank Chevrolet red zone. Give Mike Hyman a call today. Carter Hyman under center. Puts Marinovich in motion, and he's going to hand it now to Rex. And Rex, he is tripped up at the last second. Great tackle there by Matt Gilmore that saved a touchdown. And it'll also bring up a 4th down at about the 12-yard line. Great tackle there by Gilmore, Larry.
Absolutely.
Be 4th down and 5.
Got Carter Hyman under center here.
Puts a man in motion. That's Marinovich. He's going to boot now to the right. Looks to throw. He's got Rex, and Rex has his second touchdown. Tampa touchdown for Ethan Rex. And the Wildcats.
That wasn't a simple catch right there. He had to go down to the ground to make that catch. That was pretty impressive by Ethan Rex there.
The Wildcats have taken a 13-0 lead at the 8:25 mark of quarter number 3, and on to kick the extra point is Logan Bish. Kick is up. That kick is good, and it is 14-0 Central Clarion now here on the YDL Sports Network. We'll be back after these messages.
Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
Back here.
And Chris, I think that was a very important drive for Central Clarion. Brings the score up 14-0, and St. Mary still has time to come back with their ground game. We'll see how Coach Dorick decides to handle this. I'm not trying to second guess any coaches, but I think I'd try to stay with his option offense here.
So Danny Schweitzer to kick it off here. It is an advanced drainage system kickoff, adspipe.com. So Schweitzer to kick it off. Drive it deep. Vicky Smith looking. That ball will go out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So now we've had 2 kickoffs go out of bounds tonight.
See what St. Mary's decides to do. Talking to Chris Dorick, Coach Dorick right now. I think he's electing to take the ball at the 35.
It looks that way. Yeah, nobody's going back out to kick, so. Yep, they've elected to take it at the 35, so St. Mary's will take over, trailing 14-0 now at their own 35-yard line with 8:25 to go in quarter number 3, brought to you again by Acrasure, the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network.
That was also a very time-consuming drive for Central Clarion, too.
Yeah, it took almost 5.5, just over 5.5 minutes.
Right.
It was so now in the I formation are the Dutch. Field is going to be the tailback. They're going to hit it to the fullback Cook.
And ball's fumbled.
And no,
I don't know whether he was trying to pull that.
They do get on back on top of it, does St. Mary's.
The loss of at least 2 yards. Now, what they did differently that time, they went double tight with a flanker. They were pretty successful spreading them out a little bit the first half with a split on one side and twin receivers on the right.
So it'll set up a 2nd down and 12. Carry insurance 2nd down. They just brought a guy up onto the line. Back to throw, looking to throw. He's looking deep for Thomas, and he overthrew him.
Again.
Thomas was being guarded there step by step by Brady Guth, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12.
I mean, my rule kind of on the pass plays, once your quarterback, I think he got some air on it. It's just a little bit too far, but you're running between the 40. You want to run between the numbers and the sidelines, and you don't want to throw the ball to the sidelines. You want to give your receiver an opportunity to catch it. If I'm making sense here, target the ball more towards the numbers instead of the sideline.
Bring up a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 12 for the Dutch, trailing 14-0 here to Central Clarion in St. Mary's. Back to throw is Wheeler. Wheeler throws, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Frankie Smith. Frankie was looking for the flag. There's none coming, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And Burford, with his long arms, Mason reached around and knocked the ball down. I thought the fact he had his left hand on him and he did get his hand on the ball, that's what makes it not an interference call.
So it'll bring up Tyler Shealy to punt here on another Daddy's and Clarion punting situation for the Wildcats. Shealy punting. It's a short one. It's going to be fielded by Rex at the 35. Rex makes one man miss. Now he hits to the sideline, and he'll be run out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, probably about, 3?
So a 32-yard punt. And
I'm impressed with the punter. He gets rid of that ball quick.
See where they're going to put it down. They're going to put it down at the 39, so a 4-yard return. So Central Clarion will take over at its own 39-yard line. 7:15 to go here in the Acrasure 3rd quarter on Alagany Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends Radio.
See what Central Clarion likes to do here. They're going to go up in the air, or they're going to come back to the run.
Put a man in motion, and then they're going to hand it to Love, and Love up the middle fights his way for a yard or two out to about the 42. We'll give him 3 on the play.
Inside trap there again, which they got a big run out of that the last series. But he picked up 3 or 4 yards here. It's good.
Give him 3 to bring up a Carrier Insurance 2nd down. Carrier Insurance wants to wish number 53, Brendan Carrier, good luck tonight. CarrierInsuranceCares.com. Notary service out at Carrier Insurance as well. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. 6:40 to go. 3rd quarter, 14-0 Central Clarion in the lead. And now they're going to hand it to Marinovitz. And Marinovitz, that time, will fight his way to about the 45, which is an improvement from the last time they ran that play where they lost yardage.
But he gained another 2 yards. It's that counter coming back off of that, what Chris talked about. They jet to the left and counter back to the right.
We'll give them 3 on the play, bringing up a 3rd down and 4. So that's 3rd and manageable here for the Wildcats.
It's a great effort, too. He throws the hitch pretty well. I'd like to see him. And
under center, puts a man in motion. Going to hand it here to that man. That's Rex. And Rex is going to fight his way shy of the first down at about the 47-yard line. It'll be about a 4th and 2.
that was a big tackle by Landon Cook there, number 28. If he doesn't make that tackle there, it is a first down. Looks like Central Clarion might be going for it.
4th and 7, or 4th and 2, excuse me, here from the, well, actually 4th and 1. They're going to mark that at the 48-yard line. So 4th and 1.
This didn't work out too well for the Steelers, did it?
Out of the gun. High snap. Hyman's going to keep it. Hyman's going to get the first down and more. He's over the 45 and is tackled at about the 43-yard line. And if Carter just had a little bit more speed, he might have broken that one.
Right. But I'll tell you what, I see definite improvement. I've been a little critical of him running high, and he got down low that time. Good stiff arm. Most running back coaches would love to see that out of Carter Hyman.
It's 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. Tanesta Builder Supply first down. This drive being built by Tanesta Builder Supply. Carter's aunt came up at halftime. I think she was meaning the public address announcer was messing up his name, and I accidentally told her it was me when it probably wasn't. Here's Rex. Rex with a run up over the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
He is simply put a bull. B-U-L-L.
Ethan, one of your former players, I'm sure you saw one of your former players passed away this week of cancer. Jason, what was Jason's last name?
Jason Cox.
Jason Cox, and I know him and him and Ethan were fairly close. Ethan's dad, Corey, played, I think, with Jason. And here's Hyman. We'll get back to that story in a minute. And Hyman has his pass completed over there. I think that is Marinovich, and he's going to have another first down.
Marinovich.
Inside 25 to about the 21-yard line.
Jason Cox was an excellent wrestler and football player for Clarion area. And unfortunately, I mean, he got a chance to watch Ethan play last year. And I'm talking to Corey earlier in the week when I found out Jason just got out of the hospital last week. They had terminal cancer. And then was it within a day or two that Corey gave me a call and told me about him dying. The funeral services were today.
They were today. And under center, handoff here.
Getting ready for
that. Who was that? Was it Rex or Love?
It was Love that time.
It was Love that time. He's going to lose yards on the play, I do believe. Back to about the 22-yard line. So a loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. So, so anyhow, Ethan was dedicating today's game to Jason Cox. So, just wanted to mention that. Told his dad that I'd make sure that I got that in tonight. So. Man in motion. Back to throw is Hyman. Looking over. He's got a man. It's Rex, and he was just a little in front of him. The pass incomplete. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Had him open right there. Just a little bit too far up front, as Chris said. Again, one of these time-eating drives. I mean, there's 3:08 left in this quarter. He's got it wide open here. Oh, my.
And he throws it over to Rex, and Rex, I'm sorry, that's Hepful, and Hepful makes a man miss, and then he gets inside the 10 down to about the 3-yard line.
Mr. Linebacker. They see him catch the ball and run with it there.
They're actually going to mark that, I think, at the 2. So Central Clarion inside the Redbank Chevrolet red zone once again at the
Chris Carter delivered that ball very well that time, and giving him an opportunity to get his eyes downfield to run that ball.
It'll actually be at the 3, Larry, so it will be first and goal at the 3. You two can drive into the Redbank Chevrolet red zone with a new used car. Here's a handoff to Love. Now Alex Love is into the end zone with a touchdown.
Now that drive right there kind of changes the full complexion of this game, forcing St. Mary's to do some things that they really haven't done a lot of, and that's to throw the ball.
2:53 to go here in quarter number 3, and the Wildcats now lead 20-0. Bish on to kick the extra point. High snap. Beckwith got it down, and that kick is good. And it is now 21-0. We'll be back here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media after this message.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Alagany River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Alagany Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Alagany Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Back here after that Tempa touchdown. Tempa Supply and Service located next to Showcase Homes in the Marianne Corners.
Chris, I like what Coach Eggleton and his staff, the adjustments they made at halftime, and this is kind of what they did against Brockway. They started running the ball and running it right down, right at the defense, and mixing it up well with some inside traps and counters and sweeps.
Schweitzer's advanced kickoff will be taken by a St. Mary's Dutch. That is Frankie Smith, and Frankie Smith over the 45, up over the 50, and into Central Clarion territory at the 48-yard line. He took it on the run, got up to the 17.
You said it right, but he could only run. He just never had to break stride. He was on a sprint when he caught that ball.
They're going to mark it at the St. Mary's 49-yard line with 2:42 to go here in the third quarter, brought to you by Acrasure. It is 21-0 in favor of the Wildcats.
Frankie, most of the night, has been kind of silenced by Mason Burford over there. They're coming back the option. Okay. Probably pick up, what do you think, 4 yards in that play? Close series mark.
Who had the ball there, Larry?
That was quarterback. Kept the ball.
Wheeler kept it to the 45.
It was Briggs Beck on the tackle there. And
they're going to hand this one to the running back, Cook, and he has a big hole up over the 35, inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line, maybe the 27.
That's the dive part of it, the dive option, the fullback.
I'm going to put him down at the 26-yard line.
Okay, Coach Dork decided to stay on the ground here, which we talked about at halftime. This time a reversed option.
And that is that is Thomas, and Thomas is going to be inside the 15 down to about the 14.
Nope, that's what you need to get. We need the camera.
What happened?
We're just getting squeezed here a little bit. It's fine. We learn to adjust in every space that we're in, Chris.
So that was Thomas, and where's he at, Larry? He is going to be at the 14-yard line as they're inside the Redbank Chevrolet red zone now at the 14. Here's a handoff again to Cook. Wheeler kept it that time. He'll get down to about the 10.
That's good ball handling right there. You did a nice job pulling that ball out.
Well, he faked me out,
moment.
that's for sure.
He sure did.
mark him, I think, at the 10. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 10. So it's second down, and we'll call it 6 at the 10. Down to 43 seconds to go here in the Acrasure third quarter. Wheeler in the I formation now. He's going to hand it to Field. Andrew Field busts up the middle, close to the first down. He's going to get to about the 6, it looks like. We'll bring up a third down and 2 if they mark it at the 6. And that's going to, I think they're just going to say that's going to do it for the third quarter. And we'll step aside here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media's Bigfoot Legends. After 3, Central Clarion 21, St. Mary's nothing.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tanesta. Located in the Alagany Mountains with a spectacular view of the Alagany River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front 9, coupled with a back 9 situated along the banks of the Alagany River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. So we enter the best wealth management fourth quarter. 21-0. Carn City leads Westinghouse 21-14.
We're coming up here with a 3rd and 3 here, Chris.
3rd down and 3 for St. Mary's at the 6. They need a touchdown here.
They're in the I formation with 2 receivers, or what I would call twins right.
Under center goes Wheeler. Takes the snap. Looks to run.
Yep.
Now he options at the field. Field cuts. Field is in for the Tampa touchdown. And St. Mary's does get that much needed score at the start of this fourth quarter. And it's now 21-6.
Tell you, that's one of the most different. I'm amazed that more schools don't run that option down at the goal line, especially when you have to put more people down on the line of scrimmage, especially looking for a dive or something quick up inside. And
so Mason Nicholas to kick the extra point.
And it kind of finished where I was talking about.
It's a bad snap, and Nicholas is going to have to pick up the football. He's rolling. He's just going to throw it, and it's incomplete. So the bad snap completely screwed up any chance of the Dodge with that, and it is now 21-6. You're right back here on the YDL Sports Network.
Located at 500 Broad Street, Redbank Chevrolet is proud to be your new Bethlehem auto dealer, offering a wide variety of new cars and trucks, as well as certified used vehicles. We also welcome our Brookville, Pittsburgh, Kittanning, and Oil City customers, and are committed to placing the keys of the right vehicle in your hands. What are you waiting for? Stop by and see us today, or give us a call at 814-275-2410.
Back here on the YDL Sports Network
Chris,
and Seven Mountains Media.
Chris, I wanted to kind of finish what I was talking about there, because my first experience in my first year as a coach, we went down and went up against a Terry Henry and Jim Kelly team, and that was a very difficult play to stop, and it was a play that East Brady ran quite well.
So kicking off here will be Mason Nicholas. First time he kicked off, he kicked it out of bounds. Now, St. Mary's in a bunch now, going to move out of it. Central Clarion, I don't know. I might be thinking about an onside kick here. And it is sort of an onside kick, and it hits an up man, and it'll be picked up at the 35-yard line by one of the Bobcats, and that returns it out over the 40. It was more of a ground ball as that was picked up by Brady Guth at the 35. So Guth returns it to the 41-yard line, it looks like. Nice heads-up play by Brady there, Larry.
Yes, it was.
So we'll put it down at the 40, at the Central Clarion 41, where the Wildcats take over with 11:45 to go in this one. They lead 21-6. They were up 21-0. St. Mary's just scored. Man in motion goes Rex. They're going to hand it, though, to the second guy through. That is Marinovitz, and Marinovitz get out about the 42-yard line. Larry, we're starting to see a lot of old CL concepts here.
Yes, counter coming back at play. So they jet, counter back, inside trap. There are 3 basic plays off of it. Then the touchdown pass was actually a waggle off of that inside trap they run.
So, of course, head coach Davey Eggleton grew up with the Clyde Conti, Todd Smith offensive playbook, so not surprised to see them incorporating some of that now. 2nd down and 9. Carrier Insurance 2nd down. They're going to hand this one to Rex. Rex put his back hand on one of his linemen, but he's not going to get much. Maybe a yard or so up to about the 43. They may give him the 44.
They got about a third. Geez, almost a 3rd 8, 3rd 7.
We'll call it the 44, but
it's right in between.
Yeah, it's right in between. In the stats parlance, Larry, when it's ahead of the line, it's always the next line. I don't know if you were aware of that as a football coach.
I was not.
But yeah, in stat parlance, if it's ahead of the one line, it then goes to the next line. If it's behind it or on it, then it's the previous.
To be honest with you, the stats were always a post-game thing for me.
I did them for you for a while.
Yes,
Here's Hyman. He holds it. Now he wants to throw it. He throws it downfield, and it's almost intercepted. He had Burford running, but Burford was well covered, double team down there, so he went short, and it's incomplete. And now it brings up a 4th down, and now St. Mary's might have just gotten that stop they needed to get, too. And if I'm Davey Eggleton, I got to punt this one away.
Yeah, one of the things about tonight's game, Chris, it's been pretty clean. We haven't seen a lot of laundry on the ground, which is nice to see. You think I just jinxed him?
And it's a pass drop, and St. Mary's is going to recover it at the 41-yard line of the Wildcats. I don't know what they were trying to do there, if they were trying to go short or what, but what ended up happening was it ends up being a bad snap, and St. Mary's gets on top of it at the Central Clarion 41-yard line.
You think they were trying to fake there?
I don't know what they were trying to do there, Larry. Whatever they were trying to do, it did not work, and now down by 15 with 10:08 to play. The Dutch have great field position at the Central Clarion 41-yard line. And the mistakes just keep happening for this year's Central Clarion football team.
I mean, lack of consistency.
And now Wheeler, he's going to pitch at the field. Field over the 40, close to about the 35-yard line. Gets about 6 on the play if they put him down at the 35.
There's probably 2 plays I'm going to run right now. That's a dive and a pitch. And maybe every once in a while Wheeler carries the ball.
So 2nd down and 4. 9:40 to go. 21-6 Central Clarion, but St. Mary's at the Wildcat 35-yard line. Under center is Wheeler. He's going to keep it himself, and he is going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a 1/4 of a yard.
Now I kind of look for them to come back to field on this play.
Bring up a 3rd down and 4 as that Carrier Insurance 2nd down play doesn't go anywhere for the Dodge. Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 3rd down. When you get backed up, Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning get you moving again. On River Hill, just down the hill from Penn West Clarion's Memorial Stadium, Al Jacks Field now. Under center. They're going to pitch it to Fields. Fields looked like he might have wanted to throw it, and then he is tackled and he's going to lose yards on that. Didn't look there for a second. Might have. What about throwing it?
The way he was setting up, he was kind of almost retreating on it. I agree with you.
So back at the 37-yard line, and now St. Mary's, which took over at the Central Clarion 41, faces a 4th down and 6 at the 37, and this is a big 4th down here for the Dutch. And Wheeler gets the signal, brings it in to his teammates. Now he goes under center, takes the snap. He's going to pitch it here to Thomas. Thomas looking for that's Frankie Smith. Smith looks for the edge. He's going to have the first down, I do believe, across the 30
Just got
to about the 27. He got it by a good 4 yards there, actually. First, I was with you, Larry. I looked over, but and now it looks like an injured Dutch over on the far sideline, but Frankie Smith picks up the first down. They're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. So pickup of 9 there by Frankie Smith.
That's the second time they've run that play. And
Larry, we're going to step aside real quick here for this injury timeout. We'll be right back.
This is Chris Rossetti from the YDL Sports Network, and I want to tell you about my friends at the Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. I've been going to the Rehab Center since 2009, and I wouldn't trust my back and neck health to anyone else. The Rehab Centers include 3 D9 athletic alums, and Isaac Greeley of Port Allegany, Matt Brush of Brookville, and Derek Mason of Cameron County, along with 4 additionally highly trained chiropractors, including Jason Jacobs. Find out more at therehabcenters.com. That's the Old English spelling of centers with an RES at the end.
So as they continue to work on the Dutch player over there, we're going to step aside again here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Why should you choose Nolf Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront and straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full-service body shop offering top-quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com.
Back here as the injured.
Looks like Jaden Overly.
Yeah, Jaden Overly coming off with some help. Athletic trainer down there along with head coach Chris Dwork. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Dutch. They trail 21-6 here with 7:59 to go, but they are at the Central Clarion 26-yard line.
And they have come back out here, which kind of surprised me when they Central Clarion went up 21-0, and Coach Dorick stayed with his option series, and it's paid off for him. He's got 1 touchdown, and they're moving close and close to another possibly into the score with 7:59 left.
So first down and 10 here.
A little bit different formation this time. Just going to quick pitch.
And now they're going to have Field, and Field's in trouble, and yet he's somehow able to make that into just a 2 or 3 yard loss instead of a 10-yard loss.
You're right about 10-yard loss. That time they just went with a pitch, not the option. And what I do like about the option, it brings those inside linebackers up and almost takes them out of the play.
Problem
And-
for St. Mary's here, Larry, is this is using a lot of clock. They're at 7.5 minutes to go now, down 15. They need to show a little bit more urgency, I think. Under center is Wheeler. He's going to hand it to Field, and Field is met right away by Alex Love, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at the 29. And now it's a third down and 13.
Well, that's a St. Mary's play that goes back a long time. They fake the ball to the fullback to the right and hand the ball to the tailback coming back to the left. We got another player here, right?
Yeah, another player is down for the Dutch, and as they tend to him, we will step aside here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media. 21-6 in favor of the Wildcats of Central Clarion with 7:04 to play.
FINRA and SIPC. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You know who that is? Is that Fields?
The Dutch player is up, and that's Andrew Field. And so they will be without Field here on this big-time 3rd and 13 play. That's about as bad as it can get if you're St. Mary's. Now, Field is walking off under his own power, which is a great sign.
That will be a loss if they can't get him back on the field, both offensively and defensively. Coming back to that.
So they're going to throw it. They're throwing it downfield, and it is
intercepted or caught?
Incomplete. It was intended for Frankie Smith. Ethan Burford on the defense. And it'll bring up a 4th down, and you hate to say it's the game, but with 6:51 to go, it might be the game for St. Mary's now.
Little razzle that play.
Who threw it? Was it
fake the reverse?
Fake the reverse. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, thinking I didn't call it right. So now 4th down. And Field is still off the field.
Central Clarion, I'm going to kind of key on since Field's not on the field. He just got back in. He didn't go back in, did he?
No, he's still on the sideline. So Wheeler out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's just going to throw it up for Frankie Smith. It's defended well by Burford, and it's incomplete. And Central Clarion will take over on downs at their own 29, up 21-6 with 6:45 to play.
Might pull your camp.
So Central Clarion comes up with a defensive stop after the special teams miscue.
I thought it was a good move. You're going to throw the ball. You want to throw to your best receiver right there, and that's definitely number 2, Frankie Smith. He's a ECC student, part of this co-op between Alagany Catholic and St. Mary's.
So out of the gun here, although I imagine this is a running play, and it is to Ethan Rex, and Rex has a hole. Rex over the 35 to about the 37-yard line, a pickup of 6 on the play.
Here's what you want your quarterback looking at that center official when he puts his hands up. That's when you want to snap the ball. So call your play, get out there, but hold there. You want to start running the clock here.
Rex now over 100 yards on the day, 117 yards in a rushing touchdown. Also has 2 catches for 25 yards and a touchdown. So great game for Ethan Rex tonight.
Come on, that bunch left formation. Rex is to the right.
They're going to hand it to Rex again. Rex off the left side. Rex has a hole. He's at the 45. He's over the 50 and down to about the 47, maybe 46. They're going to say it looks like he stepped out of bounds at the 48.
You know, without having a real detailed look at film, but that has been their most successful play tonight when they've run that.
That was a pickup of 15 for Rex. It's a Tanesta Butter Supply first down. We are under 6 minutes to play here in the Best Wealth Management fourth quarter. Best Wealth Management, plan, invest, and secure. Best Wealth, MGMT.com. Great running back, Matt Best at Keystone High School.
No question about that. I got a chance to try to defend him.
They're going to hand it to, no, Hyman's going to keep it himself. Hyman's got a hole. Hyman's got a first down and more. Inside the 40, inside the 35. We'll see if they mark him at the 35.
Definitely Carr Hyman is doing a much better job running the ball. Didn't hesitate at the line of scrimmage, hit the hole hard.
And another St. Mary's Dutch player is down here. And we will step aside real quick here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
Back here is the injured player. That is Landon Cook, runs off under his own power. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 35 of St. Mary's. 5:49 to go. Central Clarion 21, St. Mary's 6. 2 Ethan Rex touchdowns and an Alex Love touchdown for the Wildcats, and Andrew Field touchdown for St. Mary's. Central Clarion led 7-0 at the end of the second quarter, so at halftime, and then 21-0 at the end of the third. Here's a handoff. No handoff. He's going to go deep. He's got Burford, and Burford has it broken up at the last second. Really nice play there by Thomas, the defensive back.
It's just a matter of maybe that was just a little bit too much on the line. Burford had to kind of reach back to catch it. The defender had an opportunity to knock the ball down.
Talon Thomas has kind of been all over the field tonight for St. Mary's. First time we've had a chance to see the Dutch this year. Dutch have the problem of playing in easily the most difficult region in District 9, that Region 1. DuBois, Punxsutawney, Carson City, Central Clarion. Much better football team than their record indicates. Here's a handoff to Rex. Rex turns up at the 35. Flag goes down. This is in the area of holding. I think this is coming back. This penalty brought to you by Zunder and Associates. On the football field, you don't have any representation. But in real life, you've got Zunder and Associates, including attorney Mike Jewett in Butler. Check them out online at zunderlaw.com. It's going to be a hold on the Wildcats like we assumed. See if they're going to mark it from the line of scrimmage or if they mark it from where Rex carried the ball to. I'm going to mark it from where he carried the ball to. So he'll pick up a couple of yards on that. So it'll put the ball back at the 43-yard line. And that'll bring up a second down and 18 now for the Wildcats. Out of the gun is Hyman. He's going to throw, looks for a slant. He's got Burford. Burford's got the catch. Burford's dragging defenders. He's going to be very close to the first down. I think he's going to be a yard or so short.
Just a quick end to him, and he threw it into really a tight window right there. I'm like, wow.
Down at the 27, so he will be 2 yards short after that 15-yard gain. 12th complete pass for Hyman, who is throwing for 137 yards on the night. 137 passing, 187 rushing for Central Clarion. So Hyman in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. Lead blocker and Rex. And Hyman takes on a man, and he's going to have the first down.
Whoa.
There was some action between Thomas and Guth on the near sideline. No harm, no foul. There is a flag down, though, back at about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Shove after. the play was done. So
I don't think that's what this flag is, though, Larry. I think this is a flag. This is in the area of holding.
I think it's a personal foul.
Yeah. It is on. The flag is on Central Clarion, so it's going to be a personal foul. And so he's going to take it all the way back to the 39. So he got to the 14 or the 24 on that for the first down.
It was a post-play foul, and one of the Central Wildcats players shoved a St. Mary's player.
So they're at the 39. It'll be 1st and 10. So it's 1st and 10. Back to pass is Hyman. He's got a man down there. He underthrows him, and it's incomplete as Burford was over there, and he gets that's underthrowing. Larry, you're surprised at how much they're passing here, up 21-6 with 4 minutes to play?
But we're just talking about running the clock here, running things down. You got the lead. You need to win. You want to win. You have it if you eat the clock up here.
Yeah, whether you win 21-6 or 28-6 doesn't really make a heck of a lot. Heck, you could win 21-20 and it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, unless you're trying to work on a particular play, but that was just up on a fade.
So now it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 39. Out of the gun again is Hyman. Takes the snap, hands it to Rex. Rex looking for a blocker. Rex through a hole. Rex going to have a first down inside the 30. Well, they're going to say he's down a yard shy of that first down. We'll see where the mark is now.
I'm not sure what exactly is different about running to the left and the right, but to the left has been this. They've run the play to right, but this play has been very successful running to the left.
He is going to be just shy of the first down at the 29 3/4 yard line. He needs to get to the 29 for the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Down to 3:20 to go. 21-6 Central Clarion in the lead here tonight over St. Mary's. 3rd and inches for the Wildcats. And again, they're coming out of the shotgun. You know my feelings on that, Larry. I'm not a big fan of the shotgun on 3rd and inches.
Right.
They've been running Hyman, and they're going to run him again. And Hyman is going to be tackled for a loss on the play. That is Tyler Shealy, and now St. Mary's is going to call timeout, and we will take it with them. 2:50 to go, 21-6 Central Clarion in lead.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
So it'll be 4th down and 4 for the Wildcats after this Ross Becker Insurance timeout. TeamRossBecker.com. That's RossBacher. For all your insurance needs from multiple insurance carriers. Locations in Seneca near Cranberry High School, right next to the Sheets there in Seneca, also Northeast and Corey. Brad Allen and folks, they'll get you going with some great insurance deals. So 4th down and 4 after the timeout by St. Mary's. Out of the gun is Hyman. And he gets somebody to move. Let's see, who is it? Is it on Central Clarion or is it on St. Mary's? We're going to find out. The head of referee is bringing everybody in here to talk about this. I like how he's doing that. Been a well-officiated game for the most part tonight. And now they're discussing it, and this is a huge call. This is a big, big call, and we'll find out what it is. It is offside on St. Mary's, and that'll be a first down for the Wildcats. So St. Mary's jumps offside. The Wildcats get a first down at the 27-yard line.
A great job. I had some teams a couple years, Chris. We could not go on anything but one. we would have a penalty every time we tried to change our cadence. So.
feel like that's 6 yards the penalty, but
Yeah.
it's a first down. The Tanesta Motor Supply first down for the Wildcats. Out of the gun is Hyman. He's going to hand it to Rex. Rex looking for some room. Rex burst through, and it was the lineman that burst through. I thought it was Rex, and he is tackled at about the 27-yard line, right back at the. Well, now they're going to drop him back at the 28. It looks like a loss of a yard. Wow. I got fooled there, Larry, by the lineman. That lineman burst through like a running back. They might want to give him the ball at some point.
It's kind of the first time they've run that play to the left. It's been stopped.
So second down and 11 here, down to 2:25 to play. Central Clarion by 15, 21-6. Trying to move to 3-4 in the season. Big game at DuBois next week for the Wildcats. Or maybe, wait, I might have had the schedule wrong there. They're going to keep it with Hyman. Hyman has a first down and more inside the 20.
Uh-oh. Okay, good. He's getting back up. He got tackled very low down the lower part of his leg. I was a little worried there. He is doing a much better job running that play now. He used to hesitate at the beginning of the year to try to see where a hole developed. Now he's just hitting the hole.
So Central Clarion inside the Redbank Chevrolet red zone at the 16 of St. Mary's. You too can drive into the red zone with a nice new car from Redbank Chevrolet. Check out their inventory online at redbankchevrolet.com. Down to a minute 30 to go. Carter Heinman in the gun. Rex is the sidecar. They're going to hand it to Rex. Rex looking for the end zone, and he'll be shy of it down at about... Well, heck, they're going to say he's down at the 10-yard line. I thought he was closer than that, but they're saying he's down at the 10. So pick up a 6 on the play. So much for that call by me, Larry. I'm talking about the end zone, and he's 10 yards away.
Nice cut on that play.
So we'll bring up a 2nd and 4 as we now go under a minute. And wonder if Central Clarion just thinks about taking a knee here. St. Mary's not using their timeouts. They have 2 of them left.
No.
So from the 10, 2nd and 4, Hyman takes the snap. He hands it to Rex. Rex pushes his way towards about the 6-yard line. That could be enough for the first down. And that probably is going to do it here as we're down under 30 seconds. Well, they just shy of the first down, so we'll call it the 7. 3rd down and 1, and that's going to do it. They're going to let the clock run out here, and Central Clarion is going to move to 3-4 in the year with a 21-6 win tonight. We'll be back with our post-game show after these messages here on the YDL Sports Network.
All-American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All-American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Why should you choose Nolf Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront and straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full-service body shop offering top-quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com. Back here as Central Clarion has defeated St. Mary's 21-6. First region win for the Wildcats this year. They're 3-4 in the year. St. Mary's falls to 2-5. About 2 hours and 12 minutes tonight's game as we await our post-game show here. Our post-game show brought to you by Shirey Overhead Doors, Western PA's largest Raynor distributor. Call Shirey Overhead Doors today at 814-275-2600. Let's take a look at our Janney Montgomery Scott statistics. For the Wildcats, they were led by Ethan Rex, 22 carries, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Ethan added two catches for 25 yards and a score. Carter Hyman, 5 carries, 34 yards. Alex Love had 5 for 24. Hyman, 12 of 28 passing, 137 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Logan Bish, 4 catches, 45 yards. Ethan Burford, 4 for 32. For St. Mary's, Andrew Field was limited to 44 yards on 13 carries before leaving in the fourth quarter with an injury. He did have a touchdown run. Landon Cook, 4 carries for 38 yards. Brody Wheeler had 8 for 18. Wheeler just 1 for 11, passing for 7 yards. Field had that catch for 7 yards. Those are your Janney Montgomery Scott final statistics. Let's take a look at our Hunter Station Golf Course scoring summary. Central Clarion opened the scoring on an Ethan Rex 24-yard run in the second quarter. Then in the third quarter, Rex 12-yard pass from Carter Hyman made it 14-0 before Alex Love's 3-yard run late in the third made it 21-0. Andrew Field, 6-yard touchdown run for St. Mary's early in the fourth. That's our final score, 21-6. So we get ready here. We will have Justin Skiba tonight down doing our post-game interview as soon as Clarion gets done singing its alma mater, or at least celebrating, not really an alma mater to be sung here with 3 different schools involved. So now Justin Skiba is coming across here with Ethan Rex, and as soon as he gets over there, we will have our Alagany Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game interview. It'll be Ethan Rex of the Wildcats of Central Clarion. Again, Ethan ran for 151 yards and a touchdown, also caught a touchdown tonight. So Alagany Grill of Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. So Justin, moving them through here, and I think we're ready to go here, and hopefully this works okay for us. So,
all right, we are here with Central Clarion Ethan Rex, who was 22 for 151 and a touchdown. Talk about your offensive line tonight and how you were able to run holes and some yard tonight.
I mean, yeah, line did everything for us. They did their job. They got what needed to be done.
Well, talk about you didn't play last week, so did last week's playoff help you come into tonight and be ready to go?
I mean, yeah, it definitely fired me up a little more. But I mean, I had something even heavier on my heart. Someone really close to me and my dad passed away, so I didn't play last week. So I thought I just got to go double as hard this week to make up for it, and I played for him, and you see where that got us.
Well, you guys have been on the road for the last 3 weeks. Next week, you guys will be at home against Bradford. What does it mean to actually play a home game for almost after a month?
I mean, it feels great. We don't got to travel. We get to bed early. I mean, it's going to be fun.
Well, good luck tonight, and good luck next week against Bradford.
Thank you.
that is our player of the game, Ethan Rex of the Central Clarion Wildcats. Special thanks to Justin Skiba down there on the field for us tonight doing the post-game interview. That's going to do it for us here in St. Mary's, PA. Final score once again, Central Clarion 21, St. Mary's 6. Wildcats now 3-4 in the year. St. Mary's 2-5 on the season. Next week, Larry and I are probably going to be at Union for the Union AC Valley Smethport contest. Until then, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night and a special thanks to Larry Weiser and Justin Skiba tonight, as well as our camera operator, who has since left the building, Keith Boffman. Keith has done a wonderful job on the camera for us the last 3 weeks. Once again, final score, Central Clarion 21 and St. Mary's 6.